The old B-boy signs they used to talk to Baphomet. I remember that shit. You know, you didn't understand it, but that it was part of that culture. When you look at the old Motown, etc., you know, that's the secret council.
It's really a church. Hollywood and all that, it's a big church.
It is. It's Satan.
That's what the scriptures say, that these are the which were not defiled with women. Because all this stuff that's going on is all based off of their philosophy. So a woman in the scripture sometimes refers to strange philosophies. And all of this programming that's going on in the world, whether it be for homosexuals or lesbian or whatever, it's all part of that woman. You know, that philosophy of that woman that's going around getting everybody. You know, but the ones that are part of the elect, they're not going to fall for it. Because Yahushua said, "My sheep hear my voice, and they follow me. A stranger will they not follow."
That's right.
Verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword.
Whet means sharpen. How they sharpen their tongue? The main thing is controlling the minds of the people. That's why Aleister Crowley and the Illuminati, one of their main control devices is music. Everybody loves music. Now you got different types. It comes into the beats. It can rouse you up or calm you down. And all rap or R&B music is written in witch language. Now you listen to all them niggas like the ones they worship, Biggie, Tupac. Biggie had a thing where he said he came to the pearly gates, he said F the Most High. You had that fat bastard Big Pun say he wiped his ass with the book of Matthews. Things that you wouldn't dare other play around and say.
Rap weed and Bible papers.
Things you wouldn't even play with, man.
Programming you to be anti-Messiah.
But they have to do that because they sold out. You know?
That's part of their rituals or their ceremony to get to that next level. Like in Luke the 4th chapter, Matthew the 4th chapter, when Satan came to Yahushua, he said, look, bow down to me and I give you all these kingdoms. How you bow down to Satan? Homosexuality. Child sacrifice. Using drugs because it open portals up to another dimension of realms of demons that come into your body. Popping Molly. And you know what? I seen one thing on social media. They said when they had old school rappers, they said rappers used to rap about selling drugs. Now these new age rappers rap about using drugs. Popping Molly. What's Molly? I think it's ecstasy, crack,
everything.
Crack, heroin, ecstasy, all kind of bath salt. Now that bath salt, that's the shit that the nigga ate in Miami when he was eating a person. And now I'm trying to tell you, this white man is a sick bastard. Everybody watch that, what's that, Living Dead and all those things? They do that. They mess with that shit. The Walking Dead, they got things where they hit certain parts of your cranium and they make you a damn zombie. This man says he's wiser than Daniel. Daniel can tell you your dreams, man. And now they got certain devices out there where they can try to read your thoughts because everything is like an electric impulse or energy. That's how the angels speak. They use telepathy, so to speak. They don't even have to move their mouth. Esau is the damn devil, man.
That's right.
That's why he's so pompous right now, proud, that he think he can beat the Most High. But the Most High say he gonna make a quick riddance out of his ass. He gonna sweep him up, backhand his ass to set the kingdom up for Israel. So to speak.
That's right.
And that's why they're trying to set up their temple on the planet Earth. Because now it's time for the New World Order. And in order for the New World Order to be established, they have to establish their own priesthood. Because the same way we have a priesthood, these devils have a priesthood.
You got a church.
That's why they erecting this temple to Baal. Now, from I last heard, the temple of Baal in New York City is supposed to be canceled. They're not going to put it up. But they're supposed to be putting up 100 of those temples all around the world. So they might still do the one in London and other places around the world. Because and the places where they put these things at, you got to remember this devil is demonic. There's certain high energy spots on the earth which they call ley lines. You know, which is where you have strange phenomenon. You know, demons and stuff appear in those certain places. But they know they got that from the scriptures. You know, I'm gonna read this real quick. This is Genesis 28 and 10. It says, and Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran, and he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows and laid down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. That's where they got the so-called Jacob's ladder. And behold, the angels of the Most High ascending and descending on it. So in that dream, which was a vision, the Most High was actually showing them certain situations or certain places where the angels would come to and from the heavens down to the earth, right? And it says, I'm gonna jump down to verse. I jumped down to verse 16. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not. And he was afraid, and said, how dreadful is this place? Because there was that strange phenomenon, so to speak. Right. You know, the angels and probably different demons were appearing in those areas. And I knew it not. And he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of the Most High, and this is the gate of heaven. So they know that there's certain hot spots on the planet Earth that you'll have either activity for angels to come down or demonic activities. And their whole essence, or their whole purpose and their whole being stems from the left-hand side, you know, of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Right. You know, on witchcraft.
Hey, like Aleister Crowley, the foundation, because they know that there's a Most High. They know that there's a God. Yeah. The masonry and all that, they know. But their thing is, the serpent freed humanity from the bounds of God.
Most High, yeah, because according to them, the Most High is the bad guy.
That's do as thou wilt.
Right. You got too many rules.
Right.
Yeah, there's too many rules. So basically, do as thou wilt. That has always been the vibe that has been tried. It never worked. No heathen nation has ever been able to last with that vibe.
Right. Yeah, matter of fact, your brother give me Job 20:4. Hey, because when you go to what's that, Ellis Island, you got what? The Statue of Liberty. Yeah. The main thing that she's holding is the torch of Prometheus. Now, the torch of Prometheus, if you know the mythology behind it, is he stole the light from the Most High, or the knowledge. Right. That's why they're in there trying to cut genes. They're trying to clone. They're trying to create the weather. That's what it symbolizes, which was a gift from the French Orient Masons, which is witchcraft.
They're trying to be like the Most High.
Good. Yep. No? And that's why that's the staple of America.
Yeah, and when that statue was given by the Freemasons, the French Orient Freemasons, what it was is the woman actually had a cup in her hand, you know, but they wanted to change it to a light to lighten the harbor for the ships that were coming in. And then originally they wanted to paint the woman, with purple and gold. I'm sorry, purple and scarlet. They wanted to paint her like that, but what happened was the copper that they used to make it, you know, they were having a problem with the paint. That's why you see it now. It looks green. I believe it was copper, and then you know the oxidation from the salt water turn it green. You know, and another name for it was Libertas, which was the protectoress or the goddess to protect prostitutes. Wow. Because this country, America, is known as the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Right. You know, so through America's philosophy and through America's customs, all nations on the planet Earth have become corrupted from the ways and the religion of their families. That's why Antiochus Epiphanes said that everybody should leave the religion of their fathers and become one. You know, that's where that New World Order comes into play, and everything is on the left-hand side.
No, I lost the encyclopedia. I had an encyclopedia where it came and it was talking about Alexander the Greek, and it said, and the thing, his main philosophy was bringing in the New World Order. Now you remember when you go through Alexander the Greek, he was known for having a big army. For every nation that he conquered, he would let some of them live and keep garrisons over there, but their sons were required to join his army. See, so that was one of his main philosophies.
Hey, so do me a favor, before you, I know you got that, but somebody get Ephesians 6 and 11. You know, and we're going to read down to the point. You know, because the bottom line, see, that's why they're trying to erect this temple to Baal, because they got to have a temple. They got to have their priesthood set. They can't just rule on a planet just based off of monetary wealth. They got to have monetary wealth. They got to have their armies. They got to have their priesthood. They got to have their temple. They got to have everything set up here in a mock.
It's got to be known now. They like, fuck that.
Yeah, it's time.
You got to accept this.
Right. So they're trying to mock. They're trying to mock what the Most High is doing up in the heavens. The same way the Most High has a temple, because when you look at the old temple that Moses erected and how everything was built, that was the Most High showed him how everything that he did is the same way that it is up in the heavens. That's where the Lord said, look, when you erect this temple and you do these things, the Holy of Holies, make sure you do it according to what you saw. Because he actually saw it in the heavens, and the Most High put it in his spirit to remember. That's why that temple that was set up is the same way it's set up in the heavens. You know? So that's what these devils are trying to set up the temple of Baal on the planet, because their power is coming from the left-hand side, which is Satan.
Yeah.
So once you read this, then you can get that article.
Okay. And I had one little precept. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High,
which is this Bible. You got to put on the whole armor, meaning you have to know what's in here, because the scriptures say that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation.
Right.
Okay?
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
So you can fight against these things. The Lord could have your spiritual mind open, and you can see through the stuff. You can see when they're trying to make you try to become a homosexual. You can see when they're trying to put this chip in you. You can see when they're trying to indoctrinate your mind to something that's against the Lord. Go ahead.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Right, because right now we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. You know, it's not an MMA match or a wrestling match or a boxing match, you know, or a street fight. It's not an actual physical thing. Go ahead.
But against principalities.
But against principalities. Now, when you look up the word principalities, it's a whole order of demons. You know? Go ahead.
Against powers.
Against powers, against different spirits, you know? Go ahead.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Which are those demons, but it's also the so-called Illuminati. Because they said they're the rulers of the darkness of this world. There's a reason why they're called the Illuminati. The reason why they're called the Illuminati is because they're enlightened to what's going on in the world. Another name that the Most High calls them is Lucifer. Now, Lucifer is the light bearer. You know, because they have the light of this world. They know what's going on. They have the mystery. They know what's going on the planet. And that's how they're able to govern, and that's why they always kept it secret. But now that they're coming down to the end, when they're about to introduce Satan's kingdom, you know, on the planet, now they're trying to make it well known, let it be revealed. Go ahead.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places. So whenever we combating people and they come up here and they start popping off at us, it's not the person that's actually doing it, it's the demons that's inside of them making them do that.
Right.
You know, that's why I said the guy tried to come up humble, but every once in a while that demon kept popping out of his mouth. So we understand it. You know? That was on that. So you got that in
Revelation chapter 17, verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Yep.
That's why they established that Statue of Liberty, man. Right. And that's what it represents. That's why the apostle was telling you that they was originally going to put it in scarlet and purple.
Yep.
All right.
It was going to have a cup.
They was going to have a cup.
Yep.
The cup cup that was given in their hand, man.
Yeah.
To Babylon.
All right. The word liberty is the freedom allowed to worship witchcraft.
Yep.
That's why you got Wicca up here.
Yep.
You got witch covens right on military bases. You got fucking the Catholic Church, which has nothing but witchcraft symbols. What the Pope sits on, with the upside down cross, that's a well-known symbol of Satanism. You got Dagon.
Right.
The word Catholic means universal, so they took all the demons of the world and put them in one, and that's why to appease everybody and to bring them into one world religion.
Right.
You know?
And it's just an amalgamation of, if you really look into what they believe in, it's an amalgamation it's a big bowl of religious gumbo. You know, they have all the different nations and all the different customs and rights and whatever else they had going on, all wrapped up into one. It's called the Babylonian mystery religion.
That's why when they're erecting this temple of Baal, they're doing it through, they naming it Heritage Week. But really, it's the sacrifice of the beast.
Right. And what they're doing is they're not just when these devils do things, they do things according to time and according to seasons and according to their high satanic days. The time when they want to erect it is during some of their high satanic days. You know, because they have a calendar also that they follow with certain holidays that they worship, which are witchcraft holidays. And then the time that they're setting it up is around that same period of their demonic calendar. So if you got that, brother, if anybody was that it on that? Okay.
All right. This is opentheword.org. The title this was written on March 29, 2016. The title says, "Is a temple of Baal coming to a city near you?" Written by Dean Smith. It says, according to an article in the New York Post, next month the Institute of Digital Archaeology will unveil a full-size replica of the Temple of Baal in New York City and London.
Which, according to them, the one that was supposed to go up in New York City is supposed to be canceled. I wonder why. Okay.
In London, England, with plans to build 1,000 more in other cities.
1,000. I said 100. 1,000. Hey, they bringing it out, man, brother.
No, it goes back to, remember that speech Bush did? For the Bush, he spoke about the 1,000 points of light. That's why they want 1,000 temples built. Portals for demons to come through. Like any witchcraft, one of the main ones I can think of, Bill Shinola, he always brought out. He said one of the main reasons why they put like the Washington, everything's in Washington, D.C., everything's shaped in the pentagram and the owl. So when you put that pentagram and more things, there's demonic energy, it summons the spirit of Satan on this earth. That's why even the White House, y'all know Pennsylvania is two names of the devil. That's where you get pandemonium, panic, Pandora's box. The word pan means devil, Dora means gift. So that's why you see all these chicks wearing Pandora boxes or Pandora charms. It's all satanic. Everything, you know, everything, every meaning. That's why the study and the truth of words opens up a lot of things, man. That etymology is a key point. Anybody out there tell you that it's bullshit, it's not essential, they're a damn demon.
And the word Sylvan from Pennsylvania is also another word for the devil.
Good,
You know?
You had the Romans and then I think the Greeks, they had the same deity that they worked Pan, that's where you get Peter Pan, rock devil. You know, that's why Peter Pan never landed, he led kids into that secret realm. You know, Disney's a high into the occult. Everything is satanic.
Because Pan is that goat, is the goat head demon.
Pan is also multitude. Like
all the sin. Right. It says the IDA, talking about the Institute of Digital Archaeology, is a project sponsored by the University of Oxford, Harvard University, and Dubai's Museum of the Future. According to the Post, the temple in New York will be installed as part of UNESCO's World Heritage event in April. World Heritage.
And that's all part of the New World Order. You know,
standing, 48 feet tall. These Baal arches, 48 feet tall, I'm sorry. These Baal arches are being built in China using 3D printers.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to open those portals for these demonic spirits to come down, because they thinking that now is the time for them to set up their New World Order. Because they think that once the New World Order is established, they're going to rule forever. That's what the scriptures say, that the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever and to all generations.
Because that 3D imaging, what you can do is basically like they're trying to blame ISIS for it, right? You can just take digital images of the whole thing, upload that to a computer, and then have a machine just bust that thing out real quick. All right. It says the altars will be set up in prominent locations.
So and there's no coincidence that they're setting it up April 19th through May 1st, because they got certain days of certain times of the year that are more highly satanic than others. That's why they do the so-called Halloween during the time of October, because that's supposed to be a witch's Sabbath. You know, so everything they do, it's always for a certain purpose, a certain reason, or a certain period of time.
Yeah. Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, in April is the word Latin means to open, and May is named after Maya, the goddess of growth of plants. So
Goddess of what?
The goddess of growth.